Hello and Happy New Year. It's 2021. The Christmas holidays have gone really quickly. Do you not think?
Winter's here though.
Oh, winter's definitely here. It was absolutely freezing coming in here this morning. I hope you're really, really well. Today's live is all about goals, Luke, and the right goals.
Yeah, trying to set out the right goals for 2021. Because anyone can make a, oh, I'm going to do this in January, resolution.
Yeah.
But usually they stick to something absurd and it just doesn't turn out. It just demotivates you in the end of the day, doesn't it?
When you're kind of, I've done it. I've written out a list of stuff, and I've actually bought myself a new book full of lists of stuff to do. And to some people, I was going to say some people will be thinking about going to the gym, but 50, 60, 70% of the population can't go to a gym right now.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't advise it. I mean, you could do some running around your house if you want,
but it's freezing. So how do you set the right goals, and what are the right goals for you to have in your business? And I said to Luke just before we came live, we do this 3 times a week and share bits of tips and advice. And if you've got some questions, you can put them in the chat, wherever it is, somewhere. Put them in the chat and say some of your goal setting tips and stuff. But Justin's here. Welcome, Justin. Love this. Well, we haven't said very much yet. And Rosin's here. Happy New Year. One of the big things that I see when setting goals, and I've done this myself, is we're over optimistic in what we think we can do in a short period of time.
Yeah, we give ourselves a window to get it done by.
Yeah.
But I think it's always good to have a little bit of optimism with what you can do. Because if you set it too low, you're kind of just patting yourself on the back for doing like the little thing. It's like, oh, hey, yeah, I managed to brush my teeth this morning.
So one of the things I've done is because I come in early in the morning, I come in the car on my own. I've set myself a goal that I am going to listen to an audiobook in my 15-minute, 20-minute drive to the office and home from the office each day.
I've already got one set up.
Yeah, I found this app called Headway, and basically it's audiobooks, but it's summaries.
Right.
So they give you the key points of business books. And so what I've done is I've set it, and basically you can digest one of these books in 15 minutes.
That's really handy, because a lot of the business books can be like, and here's my life story, and then here's the bit that you kind of want.
Yeah. So I've gone through 7 book summaries in the last week, and that's something I can do, and it's something I can sustain. Hi, Stephen Bates. So having some goals that you can actually deliver on or execute on over a long period of time is really important.
Yeah, there's short form is long term, isn't there?
Yeah.
So you have your, I want to achieve this in this window, but then you have your much larger goals, but you don't want to go too large. Like maybe a lifelong goal is a very long goal, but then the end of the year goal could be, I want to earn X amount from the business, or I want to do this.
And so one of the key things in goals, particularly if you're talking about your business and how you grow your business in the first part of the year, is you need a couple of things. Not a huge long list that kind of consumes and saps all your energy and time. You've got to devote your energy to a couple of key things that you can work on daily. Because the biggest thing about, I'm no expert on goal setting or anything, but one of the things I've known from my own experience is if you're too ambitious with your goals, they fall apart pretty quick.
Yeah, that can really knock you down a little bit. Because if you set yourself to do it in a very short window of time and not give you some breathing space, like when you don't achieve it, then you kind of just set the goal to the side and go like, I didn't accomplish it, and then you sort of walk away from it.
So one of the best things I've found to do, and it's a bit silly and maybe a bit childish, but it works, is I have say 7 key goals that I want to achieve in the year. And I shared this on LinkedIn, I think, over Christmas, is I write these 7 key things down, but I don't write them as if they're things I want to do. I write them as if I've got them.
Right.
Or I've achieved it. So I am going on a holiday. I am doing this. A holiday might be later in the year.
Not soon.
But I write them down as if they're happening. They're certain. And then literally I just rewrite them every day.
Okay. And then just, this is what's happening, and then
Yeah, it's like going to school again
Yeah.
and doing lines every day and just rewriting the goals on paper every day. Because I kind of learned this from somebody called Brian Tracy. He's an old fella, but his material's really, really good. He said just writing it down helps you absorb, because when we type on these things, it's kind of really hard to remember what you've typed.
Yeah, they sort of go into a folder of keep notes. That's what I
Yeah.
have. Because my problem with goals a lot of the time is I make very vague ones, where it's just like, oh, I just want to be healthier, and that's it. I mean, if you write down the steps to make you like, okay, I'm like I said, if I'm going for a run today, or I'm going for a run this week, and then you just keep writing it down, and then
Are you going for a run this week?
I'm gonna have to now. But yeah, if you keep writing it down,
Do you know
then
it's
in your head.
-1 outside, right?
Oh, you got to commit to these things. You say you're going to do it, you got to do it.
And you just did it live.
I'm going to run to the shops again.
But I just write lines.
Yeah.
And then I never forget it. So one of my goals is just to write the lines, because then I'm sewing into my mind every day, these are the key things I've got to achieve.
When does it get to a point where you're writing all work and no play? So if you just got notebooks full of the same sort of goals?
Yeah.
Do you like just compare notebooks and see where?
So the fascinating thing it was, over Christmas, I looked through my notebooks where I've wrote my goals out. And some of them have obviously changed over the years. But what I found was, not 100%, but pretty much most of the goals I kind of hit.
It's good.
You know, there or thereabouts. And so I thought, well, there must be something in this. And apparently the power of repetition, you know, we know about that in marketing. If you're doing any kind of marketing, then repetition is really, really important.
Yeah.
But repeating the goals, the first order of business is not forgetting your goals.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The first thing you've got to do is not forget what you've committed yourself to, which, you know, most of us do. We have this, you know, healthy eating regime. I'm on one now because I've ate really badly in the kind of winter months, or whenever, November, December.
I think we've all done that in the last 2 weeks, though, haven't
Yeah.
we? Because we've been stuck indoors.
Yeah, but I
and
started
it's
in
all-
November.
You're an overachiever, what do you say?
Yeah. Yeah, I took business expansion and really misinterpreted what it meant. But that repetition of writing it down, cementing it in your own head that this is important,
Yeah.
helps you remind yourself of all those decisions that you make during the day, and are they helping you get where you want to be or not. And it's odd, a lot of the stuff we do doesn't actually help us achieve anything. Yet we do things and we go, you know, I was sat there going, why are there some of the things, you know, we had a meeting earlier, didn't we? And I was like, there's some stuff I just need to not do and I shouldn't be doing because they get in the way of our goals as a business. And I think maybe that's true for some of you guys. Mariano, maybe, you know, there's some things that you're doing that do get in the way. Maybe there's some things, just two sides of this. There's the dream, isn't there? There's you're dreaming too big that you can't ground it into something practical you can do, or you make a goal that's so big that it just overwhelms you.
Yeah.
Or you do I'm not making a goal big enough to stretch me to take any energy. And then there's all the stuff we do in between of going, is this even important?
Yeah.
Does this even matter?
You can get caught up in setting goals as well. You can get caught up in saying, well, I'm going to do this now, I'm going to do this now, I'm going to do this now. And you don't achieve anything because you're continuously like changing what that goal could be.
Just making up more and more goals or never defining it. It's just like, and you know, there's whole industries that make money from people deciding to do something, knowing full well, you know, the subscription business model.
Yeah.
Now there's some benefits of the subscription business model in that, you know, you've got the Zeros and the Netflixes and things like that make it great to access stuff. But there's some business models where people, you know, see it as, actually, if I get somebody signed up to something, they'll forget about it. You know, the health and fitness world, you know, I don't know how it's going right now, but the health and fitness world relies on people setting New Year's resolutions. They sign up for the gym.
And then they give a free trial, and then after that, you get paid again. And I think we've all been there where we forgot to cancel the free trial if we didn't like it, and then it's charged us to another month now. So that's just the way it goes, isn't it?
Yeah, but I think there are, you know, 2021 will either pass you by or you make something of it. However good, bad, or ugly 2021 is compared to 2020, you either decide to make something of it or you don't. You either, to use provocative language, you either let it run you, and say that I'm a victim of events, or we go, I'm done being a victim of events.
Yeah.
And if my business model doesn't work, what's the goals that I'm going to set to adjust my business model? Or some people are inventing new businesses.
Yeah, I mean the goal shouldn't be let's just get through it. The goal should be you setting those goals that you would make your business grow and thrive as you would if things weren't happening. It's just changing how you do it. You have to change how you do it because we all have to change how we live now. But that doesn't mean we should just strive for survival. We shouldn't strive for survival.
No, and last year a lot of people, their goal was not to lose money.
Yeah.
Now the optimists of this world will go, actually by March, spring, we'll all be swimming, they will be sailing, let's just get through. The problem is that when you just get through, if that goes a bit longer, you're going to get through a bit longer, or we need these kind of goals to be able to push us to do more, to stretch ourselves and to do something that makes us better than we were a week ago, a month ago, a year ago.
Yeah.
And, whether you're sat here watching this going, oh, freaking New Year goals, they're all bollocks. Or
all
whatever.
this cheesy crap, Yeah.
If you don't have a list of what you're going to achieve this year and you're not working towards it, you're going to repeat last year. Or you'll have a poor copy of last year. And last year was pretty sucky for most people.
Yeah, I mean, it happened, March?
Yeah.
So then it just went from there. And people either coasted or they went down, or we're just kind of watching the news, expecting, something to come along and save us. But it kind of needs to be ourselves, really, doesn't it?
Yeah. So my encouragement to you is, if you have a goal, 1, you're more likely to reach it. Number 2, if you continually repeat and drill those goals into you, you're more likely to do something. And then I'd be looking at all the stuff that you might be doing that has no value to what you're doing. No benefit. It doesn't help you reach your goals. It's pointless. And I'd be looking at them and going, what do I need to get rid of? Just as much as what do I need to do?
Yeah, you don't need to become like a goal robot, but you still need to have something there just to ground you and get you moving in the right direction.
So, Andrew Constable, Happy New Year. Michael, I can't see his surname, McGreevy. Pittsburgh, you're up early. Oh, no, it's 5 hours or so. So, yeah, Michael, Happy New Year. Stephen Bates has put, repetition reminds our unconscious of the direction we are going in. Tasks consciously take us along the plan. So yeah, repetition is a solid, essential element of keeping focused, and then having tasks and little milestones along the way. Whether that be an ambitious goal, a big goal that you're working to, or whether that's just, getting fitter or losing weight or whatever, you need these things in your world to advance, move forward. Otherwise you stand still or you go backwards. So any final thoughts on today's live, Luke, before we wrap up?
I'm going to go for a run.
He's going to go for a run. I'm not, because it's freezing. But we'd love to hear your topics about what you'd like covered in the Maverick Lives. We'd also like, if you would like to be a guest virtually on our live, we've got the facilities to do clever things. So please do drop us a line, hi@maverick.co.uk. Perhaps you've got a business, perhaps you've got some insight you want to share with people. We'd love to have you as a guest. So, Luke, before you go for your run, do you want to wrap up?
Yeah, sure. Thanks for joining us on today's Maverick Live. On Wednesday, it'll be yourself and Curtis. And on Friday, we've got Terry and Dean as well, discussing a variety of topics, mostly revolving around probably 2021. And I think you'll be talking with Curtis about sales and content.
And tomorrow night, we have a free live training on, I believe, is our content workshop. So if you want to write content, write posts, messages, we've got a free workshop tomorrow night. Check our website, or find us on LinkedIn and we'll share the details with you. But wishing you a very successful, safe, prosperous and goal-focused 2021. From me, I nearly said from me, Luke Chew then.
Hey.
From me, Dean Seddon, and from
Myself, Luke, too.
Thanks for watching.
Happy New Year.